Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday night. Shout out to everybody, all you wonderful people in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Mike Perez, CWE. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody in here. Love all you guys and gals. Stephen B. Fortrain. I sent you a link, Fortrain. Just saw your message. My apologies there. Diver JC. Yeah. Aiden. Anthony. Yes, indeed. Yes, Anthony Peluso. What is good? Mike Pellegrino's in the house. Yankee Mike. Brandon Moore. And we'll get to the Blake Snell stuff. Some people are putting out the vibe tonight that it is a Yankees will sign Blake Snell night for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if they're getting something from some sources or beat writers, but a couple of people are putting it out, especially on Twitter tonight. So it's kind of weird how that's happening. But, and again, as it pertains to, let me just get a shout out to everybody else here. Right, Almarast, Jonathan's in the house, CWE, Jake Boss. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got a couple of gang joining here in 161 family. Got Fortrain, my man Mazin from Fortrain Express. My Bryce in the house, Hamilton Harris. Hamilton Harris is that's a freaking awesome name. Hamilton Harris 69. That's fantastic. Really, very phallic name. It's fantastic. Really. Mark Watson. Yeah, and JJ. Yeah. Forget Snelly's not accepting a lesser contract. He might have to. I don't think he's going to get a bigger one. I'd be surprised if he did. But again, as it pertains to the Yankees too, if they're going to sign somebody, it has to happen before they trade for somebody. Okay? Trading for somebody, they have more time. These people are in camp already, ramping up already. The people that are not signed, they're free agents, they're not in camp. Much as people like Trevor Bauer, he's pitching to his chubby Asian friend on YouTube. That's not the same thing as pitching to Cody Bellinger or Juan Soto or Corey Seager or anything like that. So I appreciate him doing it and all this stuff. Or whether it be who else? Noah Syndergaard. Who else is out there, man? Mike Clevenger, Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery. These free agents need to get into a camp sooner than later. There's time to trade for guys. There's not really time to sign guys. Right, man?
They want to get in the camp sooner. They want to get in the camp sooner rather than later because if not, they're going to have an abbreviated spring training, which means that they're going to take longer to get to the bigs, to get in the season ready form.
Yeah. NFE, what's up, man? I sent you the link too if you want to hop on.
They're gonna want to sign now because if they do sign now, at least they get a full spring.
Well, see, that exactly. I mean, you're either going to choose between an abbreviated spring or an abbreviated season at this point when you sign late. They're already over a week late, okay? It's not catastrophic, but I remember Dallas Keuchel a couple of years ago. He didn't sign until June. It was never the same after that. He was the guy that I remember that passed the qualifying offer deadline, and which is in May. I don't remember the day in May, but once you surpass that and you sign with a team, they no longer have to forfeit draft picks or international money. But you still get 2 months less of a player. So, because they're going to spend the next 2 months a freaking ramp-up period. Having their spring training.
It's not worth waiting till then. So, if Snell's going to get anything, I see him getting 5 for 135. Honestly, I think that's about as good as he's going to get. I don't see him getting much more than that. Maybe at the beginning of the offseason he would have gotten 7 or 8, but I don't see him getting more than 5.
It's weird, man, because he's coming off a Cy Young award, and he's still a free agent. The Yankees are the only team that's made him an offer. Only one team that's made him a freaking offer. He's a Cy Young award.
As far as I'm concerned, the Yankees are the favorites until we hear. The Yankees are the favorites to land him just because of the fact that they are the only team to have made him not 1 but 2 formal offers.
Deuces. NFT's in the house from the strike zone. What's up, brother, man?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing, man?
Very good. Just chilling.
I would say to people are putting out tonight. Look at Jim Riley from Ballcap Sports and some other people. They're putting out tonight feels like the Yankees signed Blake Snell night. They're putting out a Blake Snell to the Yankees vibe tonight. And I find it interesting.
I mean, you never know. It could happen. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I mean, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it could happen. I mean, we could be live at 10 o'clock right now our time, Jason, and breaking news: Yankees signed Blake Snell. That could happen. I mean, if you last time that happened was when we traded for Andrew Benintendi, and we had just kicked the live stream. That news broke, so.
Yeah. So we were on last time with Nathan and who the hell was traded? They signed somebody or made a trade, right? Last time we were live, they made a move too.
Hey.
Who was it? I don't remember, but they made a move. And I invited Nathan on too. I just invited Riley.
I do, Jason. I do remember when Yamamoto got signed by the Dodgers, and Nathan and I went live with you.
Yeah, I remember that. We got that. We got that breaking news too. And I remember there were a lot of pissed off people when that happened, but it is what it is. By the way, smash that like button, gang, if you don't mind. It's greatly appreciated. Let's blow past 100 likes, if you don't mind. I want to try to do this as quickly as possible. I always greatly appreciate it. Hayden, War Vet, Sunil is in the house. Yes, indeed.
Sunil's trying to catch his breath.
All for these unfounded gossip about Bellinger, Luis Arias. Which content creator talking about, JJ? Hater, Snell, and Cease.
We're not.
We report stuff that we hear.
Yeah, JJ, I told you this yesterday. None of us, right? Myself, Jason, Mazda from Ford Train Express, Uncle Tats from Pinstripe Chronicles, Hector, Joey from The Shift. We only report whatever we read, whatever we heard through the beat writers, and we talk about it. We talk about it. We don't make any claims.
And we mentioned the people who reported too. We say according to this person and blah blah blah. So it's not like, I got a good feeling that blah blah blah. Like,
yeah, I'm not putting out any reports out there saying, I have a feeling that the Yankees are going to sign Blake Snell. Other people can do that. That's fine. That's their business. I won't do it.
Yeah, it's like even when the little thing was happening, I was putting out videos on Shota Imanaga, like saying if we don't sign Yamamoto, here's some other guys that need to be looked at. And people was like, why are you looking at these bums? Because of that reason, we didn't freaking sign them. So. But it's kind of crazy. I mean, but content creators have their own way of doing things, and beat writers sometimes they need stuff to talk about, and and like I mentioned yesterday, why does John Heyman pretty much only talk about Scott Boras clients, almost like religiously?
Yeah, right. He does. They're buddies.
So. We already know that most of the beat writers around Boras. Well, I'll say, look, JJ. I mean, to your point, it looks like John Heyman is, but it just looks that way. But Sunil's going to report some trolling breaking news. Here we go. Sunil's going to bring it already to the fire. Trading your treadmill in for a case of In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah. I'm down for some In-N-Out burgers. I'll join you in that, Sunil.
They have pretty decent burgers.
They do. They do. And if you get their fries, make sure they're animal style.
Yeah. If you get their burgers, soon make sure it's also animal style.
Yes.
So what I would always do is when I was in California, when I was stationed there, is I would get their double animal style with animal style fries. It is one of the best things.
What the hell is animal style fries? What is that?
So it's fries with cheese, onions. There's their secret sauce
in there. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, it's good, man. Let me tell you.
Damn. We got some other people saying Andy Martino's on Boras' payroll. All right, so we got a couple people fanboying on Boras. looking like. But maybe Boris, drop some hints to these guys for them to leak and try to get teams to overreact, act in a panic, overpay for a player when there wasn't a bid to begin with from another team. This is what he does. This is why he's so good at it, right?
But here's the thing, though.
Good.
I haven't heard one reporter from Jeff Passan, Andy Martino, Bob Nightingale, any one of them come out and say that there's another team that is even remotely interested.
True. That's spot on, too. JJ, I haven't seen this in New York City. Big Mac meal costs $16. I haven't seen it. I've seen it a lot cheaper than $16. But
yeah, maybe if you go to the city, probably like go to Manhattan.
I haven't even seen it in Manhattan.
Okay,
that's pretty high, Manhattan. He does this a lot. CW. He tends to try to get the Yankees involved in bidding to drive up the price, right? So,
let's check retired Warvet's question.
Warvet's got a question earlier.
Yeah, he asked. I'm scrolling up right now. I'm trying to find it for you.
I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he says, Jason, NFE, and Mazza, here's a thought. You think one reason teams aren't jumping to spend big is because they're waiting on Soto?
No. There's not even half a handful of teams going to have the money for Soto.
There'll be maybe one or two teams, and even that's pushing it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one or two, maybe three teams, but that's pretty much it. But I think some teams are kind of tired of Boris's act too. But it's crazy. I mean, maybe teams have already signed some of the more expensive players, so they're tapped out in a way in their finances. Maybe they've already budgeted a certain amount of money, and they've already exceeded that. A lot of these people don't want to be where the Yankees are paying multiple levels of penalties on the thresholds. So I think there's a combination of things, to be honest with you. But I think there are teams that don't want to deal with Scott Boras. Now he's probably going to cry collusion because teams don't want to. All of his main clients are still unemployed. Every single one of them. Hyunjin Ryu just signed with Korea. That's it.
Here's the thing, though. Boras did it to himself and I'll give you a prime example. When the Yankees made the original offer of 5-6 years, whatever it was, for 150 to Snell, and then he came back and decided to be asinine and say, no, we want 9 for 270.
Oh.
It's true, and I said this yesterday. I was on Hector's, talking with Hector and Dane. They offered him 5. He countered with 9. So I'm thinking, and I can't confirm this, but I'm thinking he thought the compromise would be 7 years, right? If he countered with 7, then the compromise would be 6 years. So it'd be a way of him trying to squeeze out that extra year for his client, knowing damn well that nobody's going to give Blake Snell 9 years. I think he knows that already. Who the hell's going to give him 9 years at the age of 31? There's no way.
So maybe if he was 25.
What's that? Well, yeah, if he was young. Yeah. Like Garrett Cole was 28 when he signed a 9-year deal. 28.
Yep.
So,
and here's the thing with, that if the Yankees were to give him 5 for 135, that'd be 27 AAV. So he's still getting paid. He's just not getting it's just a lower AAV compared to what it would be if they gave him a 2-3 year deal for, 75 to 100 million, whatever it is. So I think it's probably going to be more years and lower AAV, just because he is 31.
Yeah, I mean, if I were the GM, I would go to Boras and say, look, here's a 4-year offer to Snell. Here's a 4-year offer to Montgomery. Go take it to your clients. You have 24 hours to get an answer, or I'm pulling both offers, and you're not getting another one.
Yeah.
We need to have these guys signed and taking a physical and in camp. I can't be waiting another week or 2 or 3 weeks. Can't do it. So that's my offer.
Because at that point, you might as well go out and trade for a guy like a Shane Bieber.
Yeah. And again, he's got a Matt Blake connection, as does Mike Clevenger. So,
I was going to say, assuming that the Yankees are still in on Snell based on the reports, right? Mm-hmm. I would say that if Blake Snell doesn't make some sort of decision by next week, then you know what? Yankees need to move on because it'll be March 1st come next Friday.
Yeah, it'd be 2 weeks without the guy.
Yeah. So at that point, it's like, you know what? We're just gonna roll with the rotation that we have, or we'll look for another pitcher to trade at this point. Because
I understand Tat's point too. He said these guys are veteran pitchers. They may not take. I get that, veteran pitchers and so on, but they still need to ramp up like the other guys need to ramp up.
Yep.
And the veteran guys are probably more prone to getting hurt than the younger guys are. With a lackluster ramp up period.
Yeah, every athlete, it doesn't matter whether they've been playing any sport, any athlete, they have to they have to get some sort of training in before they play. I mean, they got to get their body warmed up, they got to get their body tuned in, they got to so it's just if the Yankees were to sign Blake Snell 2 or 3 weeks prior to opening day or when the regular season begins, it's like he's going to rush himself. And I don't want the Yankees to have to worry about that.
No, I agree, man. Darth Wacko saying here, let's get Trevor Bauer a call today. I mean, as appealing as it sounds, and the problem with Trevor Bauer is he still has there's still 2 active investigations into from other accusers. So they need to clear that baggage up first before anything else. That's one reason why nobody else is signing him. And that's only the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, teams that can use him aren't signing him.
And just to throw something into that, Jason, with those 2 investigations, even though technically he was not convicted, he is still not fully cleared.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
And that's the thing. And perception is reality sometimes. You can get dragged through the mud, and it just happens that way. And again, the last thing the Yankees would want is we don't want Garrett Colby answering questions about this man every single day, our ace. But last thing you want too is to sign a Trevor Bauer, as good as he can be, and then have something come up in July, and then we passed on Montgomery, we passed on these other guys, and then we have none of them. We'll lose Bauer, and we didn't sign the other guy. Then we'd be really in a shitty situation.
Yeah, and Bauer is also going to he would be a PR nightmare too. And it's just, does Cashman really want that on his hands?
Yeah, especially anything that's going to make it more difficult to re-sign Soto, I want to avoid.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And you mentioned Soto real quick. I do want to say this because there are a lot of Yankees fans that are talking about, oh, well, Steve Cohen can spend money on Soto. Yeah, he can, no doubt. Yes, he can. He has all the money. But you think the Yankees are just going to – and I keep asking this question. Nobody seems to answer me, right? I mean, I know you guys know the answer, right? But other folks. But I asked this question. I was like, do you think the Yankees are just going to – they just traded for him just to trade for him and they're just going to let him walk freely?
No.
When they've been after him for 2 years?
Yeah.
Come on.
And now that they finally land him and then it's like they let him walk now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so, I
think
mean –
go ahead, man.
I was going to say, and to your point, and you don't just go out and trade 5 guys for a rental if you are looking to retain them. And your owner doesn't come out and say that he is willing to give up the 22nd pick just to re-sign him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So, I don't know where Yankees fans are getting this idea that because I put out a video on this last week or last Saturday, they have this idea that Cashman is just going to let him walk. I'm like, where are you people getting your information from? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, do you think they're just going to let this guy walk after a year? No.
I don't think Cal's going to give the okay to trade 5 guys, 4 of them being pitchers, to get a kid who is arguably the best player in the sport, with one of the best eyes for a young kid and one of the best power hitting bats in the game today, to just let him walk at the end of the year when they can easily say, here's what we're going to offer you. We'll give you 14. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, they give him 14 for $590, and he takes that. You're looking $42 million a year, AAV.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
You
know. They know he's going to
know.
get a monster offer. They know they have to give him a monster offer. They know this already.
Yeah,
So,
and
you know,
I will say this too. With Soto, whatever he wants, pay him. He's one of those players that I'm just like, give the man what he wants.
yeah.
Just give him what he wants.
There's
If he wants 700 million, I'm not saying that that's going to be the number. Let's pay him. Let the Yankees pay him. Like, he's worth it.
there would have been 3 players I would have given a blank check to. CC, Cole,
Mhm.
and Soto.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soto's got to be. I mean, he checks off every single box the Yankees would ever need. So
Yep.
there's no better fit. I wouldn't have traded
And
for anybody else. Would you trade Soto for
exactly.
him right now? No, I
No.
wouldn't.
No.
So,
And that's the other thing. I just want to put this out there. I saw Soto's interview, and he said, "This feels like home."
mm-hmm. Yep.
His words, not mine. And he said, "This feels like home, and I am excited to be here, and I'm excited to play. Get started and get my reps in, so I can, go to New York."
Oh, heck yeah.
And and also that's the other thing. There's a huge Hispanic community in New York, especially in the Bronx.
Yep.
So
Dominican.
if you think for 1 second Soto is not going to consider any offer the Yankees give him, you might want to rethink that, because there's no way he's going to pass up a chance to re-sign with the team that has been after him for 2 years and has a very large Dominican and Puerto Rican
Yeah.
based fan base, especially in the Bronx. So let's get that clear.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, the thing about, real quick, last thing I'm going to mention about Soto's press conference was, he's there for one reason only, and that's to play baseball. And all the folks that were asking him questions about, hey, would you sign an extension? Would you, what about free agency? Talk to my agent. He's like, I
Mhm.
trust Scott Boras to do his job. He's just there to play the game and win games. I'm like, dude, like, you're an all around baseball player. Like, there you go. Like, that's what we want.
Yep.
That's what us fans want. And so, I think, I think I think he's happy to be on the Yankees, and Yankees, whether or not they make the first offer or the last offer, again, you pay him what he wants. That is the
Yep.
one guy you're just like, whatever you want, we'll give you. Just
Yeah, man.
tell us your price.
Wookie wants pinstripe, Roki and pinstripes. When's he posted? Well, according to the age, he's not going to be posted for 2 more full seasons. If he gets posted at the appropriate time, he's going to ask to be posted early, but his team is not required to post them early. By the way, anybody hasn't hit that like button, let's hit that like button if you don't mind. I thank you. Let's try to get over 150 likes as quickly as we can.
Yeah, let's drive up those likes, guys, and anybody who's not subscribed, give my man Jason some love. Let's give this channel some love. Come on, guys.
If you give this channel love, make sure you give the Strike Zone some love and the 4 Train Express some love too.
Yeah,
these are all members of the family here. These are all made men right here. So, copper regimes right here. These are all lieutenants, captains. So, right. So, Roki has no incentive to come early. He wants to be posted early, but you got to keep in mind, if he gets posted early, well, number one, his team doesn't have an incentive because they'd be walking away from tens of millions of dollars in posting fees. But he would be subject to that 6-year timeline instead of the 2-year timeline. He would be subject to just by waiting to be posted at the right time. He'd have to go 3 years of pre-arb and 3 years of ARB. And it's not a team in baseball that's going to pay him $30 million a year as a pre-arb
For a guy who's unproven.
Yeah, there's no way. So, you know what I mean? So,
and we can talk about
Bobby Hart. We're not the guys that said Yamamoto will be a Yankee 100%. No.
Yeah, Bobby Hart, you've been on some of these channels, like, accusing people of making these statements. Like, what's the deal, man?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this as well. Bobby Hart, whatever kind of trolling you're doing, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
So whatever you're accusing anyone of, you better get your facts straight, because if you don't, I can promise you now, it will not be tolerated here.
Yeah, we know, and we didn't say that. And go back and look at my videos, Bobby. Like, I put out videos, and I talked about it early before you came on. If they don't sign Yamamoto, here are 5 backup plans. And I used to piss fans off all the time. And they're like, why are you talking about Shota Minagi's a bum? Because of the fact we didn't sign Yamamoto. I also said repeatedly, if we don't sign Yamamoto, it's not the end of the world. Because it's not going to be the end of the world. So they tried. He said no. We moved on. That's it. We do the reporting.
And
go ahead.
Real quick, sorry, I was gonna say, Bobby Hart, I'm not trying to act like a tough guy through the computer, man. That's not the way I roll. So let's be careful with our words.
Yeah, we don't do tough guys here.
Yeah, we don't do none of that tough guy stuff.
Yeah.
And
I know that,
Bobby,
and I never.
Bobby Hart, whoever's saying this 100% stuff, you need to go address them, man. Plain and simple. Why? I don't know why you're talking to us about it.
Yeah,
and that was the thing. I never said that the Yankees were getting him. I said I was very confident that they would get him. There's a difference. So let's clear that up. And I never heard NFP say that they were getting him either. So.
And Yamamoto did not come from any one of these guys on the screen here. We didn't make up the moniker Yamamoto. So we just go with the reporting. That's it. Confident? Yeah, everybody says we're confident that he was going to sign, but we never said he was going to sign.
No,
the Yankees themselves said they were confident he was going to sign. We were reporting what they said.
Yeah, I'll say this too. Look, I'll admit this in front of everybody, in front of you guys too. Like I said that I was 99% sure that the Yankees had him, and I thought they did. But I never said that it was like a full-on lock, because there was that 1% chance that, he was, going to sign with another team, and that team was the Dodgers. In the back of my mind, I'm like, the Dodgers could very well land him. They had, a good shot of landing him. So, I mean, I think I'm allowed to have my predictions, but that was a prediction. That's what it was.
Bobby Hart, we didn't make up Yamamoto. We didn't make up Yamamoto. It's a waste of time.
Can we kick him out?
It was a thing. It was a thing made up by someone else, not us. We didn't make that up. So
I was gonna say I did see Joey from the shift pop in. So
Joey Baggy Donuts, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Joey? What's good, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, if Roki Sasaki's available, JJ, I'm guessing the Yankees will probably go for him. But we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. So, but Bobby, just chill out, dude. There's no need for that kind of stuff here. We don't. You're addressing the wrong channel, dude. Wrong channel, bro. You got people in here saying the same thing. Wrong channel, homie. So, I think everybody knows it too. Moving on. Why? And again, we go by what's reported. We'll say Bob Nightingale reported this, John Heyman reported that, Ken Rosenthal, multiple people.
Jeff Passan,
right? Jack Curry. We mentioned the guys. I even attached the article so you can read them in the description, so you can see for yourself. So,
Brad.
Kodai Senga is hurt now. He's having, I don't know if it's dead arm or something like that, JJ.
That's what I read. It was dead arm.
They called it dead arm, but I'm guessing it may be something more, because you don't just get dead arm like that.
Appreciate
maybe
you, Joe.
I think there might be something wrong with his shoulder possibly, but that's yet to be seen. That's all speculation though. But you don't just get dead arm like that. And Joe, thank you for the support, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Jonathan's with the news here. Hyunjin Ryu signed an 8-year, 17 billion won, $12.8 million contract to reunite with the Hanwha Eagles in the KBL. A 17 billion won. It's a lot of won.
So that's $12.8 million US.
Yep, the deal has an opt-out clause. The team won't disclose the details. Whatever. I mean, he was solid pitcher. So I'm glad he's still playing. And I guess he didn't get the deals that made him happy in the major. So that's all right.
There's a question by retired Warbet, which was
Yeah.
Jason NFE Mazza. Do you feel, in your opinions, that Torres is gone after the season? He said he wants to be a Yankee for life and will take less to stay.
Yeah, I said that, or I noticed that earlier too, Warvet. I do think with all the infield depth the Yankees have, he's probably going to move on. The willingness to play for less, I don't know how much less he's willing to play for. So, like, if somebody goes out and offers him $160, $160 million, he'd be crazy to not take it. So he's earning his salary, whatever that is. So the willingness, shows that he's a team player. But I do think priority number one is to re-sign Juan Soto. If that means moving on from Gleyber Torres, that means moving on from Gleyber Torres. They've got a pipeline of infielders ready to come up.
Jorbert Vivas, Jared Serna,
Roderick Allen,
yep,
George Lombard. There's a lot of dudes, ready. So
and it's not a bad problem to have either. It's just like how now we're overloaded with the outfield too, so it's really not a bad problem. And we're starting to get there with the pitching too, because if you notice how many moves the Yankees made alone just for pitching, I think we signed this offseason. Well, we signed Stroman, but other than Stroman, we signed like 10, 11, 12 pitchers to minor league deals as depth moves. So they're starting to get that good problem where now they have a plethora of everything that they can afford to deal, like an arm or two here and there, and an infielder here and there, and an outfielder here and there. So they have a good problem on their hands.
Yeah, and I don't think he's being disrespected. I understand what JJ's trying to say, but like you got Juan Soto here, and I hate to break it to you, I like Gleyber Torres, but he's not Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I would have personally traded Gleyber Torres for Juan Soto if I could have.
Yeah.
But now that I have both of them, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I like, the thing is, it's so complicated with Gleyber Torres, man, because it's like I like the guy a lot, and he's not a bad player by any means. He's been solid for the Yankees. He's been very solid, but with the amount of infield talent that they have coming up, like you mentioned, Jason, it just I just don't know that the Yankees are going to bring him back. I don't see them paying him, 20 to 25 million.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, and if Verdugo has a good year too, I can see them being both offered QOs, signing elsewhere.
Yeah.
And the Yankees getting 4 draft picks and $2 million in international money in return.
And that's the other thing. It's like I said, it's a good problem to have, but let's say Verdugo, just kills it this year with the Yankees. You never know. They could say, well, maybe we should try to re-sign Verdugo and bring him back. Not saying that they would, not saying that they wouldn't let him walk, but maybe see what we could do to try to bring him back as well if he does end up playing good. But again, that's all neither here nor there. It's something that we'll have to worry about down the line, but it's just something to think about.
Yeah, keep in mind, Gleyber Torres is 27, so it's not like he's old. He's not like this spring chicken. He's still young. So if they do get him, they do extend him on a 6-year, 7-year deal, he's only going to be 33, 34 at the end of it. So he's been one of the more durable Yankees, one of the more consistent hitting Yankees. I get it. But he's going to cost a lot of money. And if they have that much infield talent behind him, I could see them trying to get some value back for him. I can't see them, as a couple folks were asking, do you think we're going to trade Canely and Verdugo at the deadline for a reliever? I don't think they're going to trade a reliever for a closer, personally. And
I think at this point with the bullpen, I think they're just going to roll with what they have. And as far they might explore the bullpen at the deadline. But I do think that Clay Holmes is going to be the closer for this year.
Yeah, I would agree. And I want to answer Hayden's question. Do
Sure.
we think Peraza gets traded during the deadline? What do you guys think?
I could see it. I mean, I can see it only in the sense of if the Yankees are looking to get another arm. Let's say they don't get Snell now, and let's say they just say, screw it, we'll go in with what we have. Let's say at the deadline, if they are in a good position that they can make a run at the division, I could see I could see them dealing Peraza and in a package with Pereira and maybe a couple of other guys for a big arm and a starter to try to get them over that hump. But if they get a Snell, I don't see it. They might do it for maybe a reliever, but even that's a stretch. So it really all depends on what happens with Snell and Montgomery. That if they don't bring either Monty back or bring Snell in, and they roll with what they have, then that's when I could see them making a deal with Peraza. But like I said, it all depends on the situation.
What do you take, Kenneth?
As far as trading Peraza, I mean, if I'm going off of what Hal said, Hal did say that Peraza and Volpe are the future of the infield. Who knows, man? I just wish they would. I wish they would play Peraza. I really do. I really wish they would play him. And
now's the time to do it.
Now's the time to do it. And you know what? With these games coming up, you know he's going to get an opportunity to play. And I know Boone said that DJ is going to be the starting third baseman, which I mean is probably still likely going to happen. But I want Peraza to go out there and just play his tail off and really prove like, hey, I can do this.
I wish he'd get a shot to play third and have DJ be the utility guy for now. And then if they feel that he's not up to snuff at the deadline, they try to move him then. But at the very least, give him a fair shot up until the deadline, just like they gave Volpe a fair shot last year. It's only fair.
I mean, the other thing that I could see happening too is, you never know. Assuming that Torres is not being brought back, I still think he won't be brought back. I could potentially see them moving Peraza to second base. I mean, he did play second base in the last game of the season, and maybe I thought, okay, maybe this was a test run to see how he plays, because that could be a possibility. Ideally, if it was up to me, I would put him at shortstop, because he's great at shortstop. He's better than Volpe at shortstop, actually. So defensively, he's better than Volpe. It's not to say Volpe is bad, but he's better than Volpe. He's
smooth as butter.
Yeah, he's so smooth, man. And and the other thing too is just, he's younger too, right? I'm not taking anything away from DJ. I think he's going to have a good year. And I'm basing that off of because of him playing well in the second half of the season. Because he was starting to look like DJ when Sean Casey came and took over. But Peraza, man, it's so complicated. I want him to play. I think, like you said, Jason, DJ should be the utility guy. I would start Peraza third. Let's
up with her first. Get back to second. So
and you also have Oswaldo Cabrera, man. He's another utility guy. You got two utility guys, coming off the bench.
And DJ's an all infield utility guy. Yeah, Cabrera's an infield and outfield utility guy. So
there you go.
Pretty good bench depth. Pretty good bench depth.
So, in an answer to retired Warvet's question, Torres is represented by Octagon Sports.
All right.
Octagon Sports, okay.
Sounds UFC-ish.
It does. Yeah, I was gonna say Octagon. I was like, is this run by Dana White or something? Like, I didn't know Dana White was a baseball agent or whatever.
Shoot, I I guess JJ wants to know why not offer Gleyber Torres for Dylan Cease. I don't think
they better give up more than Dylan Cease. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah.
They better be throwing in Crochet if they want Gleyber Torres.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're getting a good second baseman, and the Yankees in this case would be getting like at best like a third or fourth person in the rotation. So yeah, I would be like, who else you offering?
Yeah.
I'll play that game with the White Sox. You want, because when it comes to the Yankees, the White Sox, when the Yankees inquired about Cease, they were asking for Chase Hampton and freaking Spencer Jones. It's like, okay, like, all right, so
come back to reality.
Yeah,
yeah.
Reality, folks.
The Peach Card Shop. We don't go around saying we have sources.
Yeah,
if I have sources, I'm just going to put him or her on the show and let that person spill the news. I'm not going to take somebody else's work. So we don't sit around and say we have people, our inside people. Just have them on so they can leak it themselves. I've done that before. So so we don't go around talking about who we know.
We report who we hear it from, which is different. We don't have sources. We know we don't have sources. That's why we don't claim to have sources. There's a very big difference. So let's get that cleared up.
There's also a reason why certain people are willing to talk to us and not other people.
Yeah, and
players included.
Yeah, like Mazza said too. I see the reports. I read it. I make a video or a short. I talk about it. I give my thought about it and what I think about it.
Yeah,
and I leave it at that. And I leave it to everyone else to have their own opinion. I have no sources. I don't have any connections. I have never made that claim, and neither did Mazza or Jason. So let's.
No, Big Pete. I don't say that I have friends or insides that work inside the Yankees. That isn't this channel. It says
yeah, dude. I don't know what channel.
Wrong channel.
Yeah, Big Pete. I don't know what channel you're talking about. Jason has never said that. Mazza has never said that. I definitely don't say that. So I don't know what channel is saying this, dude. But if you're confusing us with another channel, and if whatever channel it is, why don't you go confront them? I'm just saying.
Go talk to them.
Yeah, go talk to them, dude, because we're not here to bash other channels. At least I don't do that on my channel. I know Jason doesn't either. Mazza doesn't either.
It's a waste of our time.
Yeah. It's like
Tyler, NFE's got sauces. I got sauces. Mazza, we got mad sauces.
Yeah, I got all the ketchups and the mayonnaise there, Tyler. I mix it all up.
Get that honey mustard up in there.
I get that ranch too.
Everything. War vet, you guys been bringing the knowledge here. 55s have forgotten more Yankees player stats and news than I care to think about. Front office knows more than I do. They know more than we all do, right? This is why we don't talk on behalf of them. Put words in their mouths. We don't talk on behalf of the fans. That's why we have open panels to let fans come on and speak for themselves.
If there's any moderator in the chat right now, please, I am asking you for the sanity of everyone here and the experience of everyone here. Please block Pete, Big Pete, because this is getting ridiculous.
Done.
Stop trolling here. Go troll on someone else's channel.
Deuces, Pete. Deuces.
Yeah, and there's one other person that needs to get banned, but they've been behaving so far.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye out for that one too.
Yeah, because when he said that whole tough guy thing, I'm like, oh, okay, bro.
Yeah.
We don't go around bashing people and talking tough behind a screen. We don't do it.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't
say it to their faces, and if you can't, then don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Trust me, I deal with some scary people.
Did you see what 19 Con Man put?
Pepper sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Michael K. show. I have no idea, JJ. Why is he comparing Cashman to the Mets? I have no freaking idea.
What did he say, JJ? I'm curious because I didn't see that. What was he saying about Cashman comparing him to what's his name again? Bill, is it
Who's the GM of the Mets?
is it
Billy Upler?
Billy Upler? I think. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. What did he say, JJ?
Here we go. Look at this. Yeah. More trolls here. I want to know who these so-called friends you have. Yeah. Sounds like the other channel has people come and troll.
Yeah.
This one here. What a shame. What a shame.
Frederick is saying Stearns.
Oh, David Stearns.
Stearns.
Is that
Okay.
right? Is that right? That's right. I think Epler might have just been banned from the game for the year.
Was he?
Mets is better than Cashman. No, he isn't. They got to win a title first.
Yeah, Mets GM better than Cashman. And how so, JJ?
How to win? David Stearns. Okay, yeah, David Stearns.
David Stearns, yeah.
The Mets have gone through more GMs than the Yankees have in the last 25 years, and Cashman has more rings in the last 25 years than the Mets do in their entire franchise history.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hayden, I remember them.
Yeah, don't worry. Like, let's not even mention channel names or nothing. Like, guys, leave the channel names out of here. We don't know. Okay,
let's be respectful.
Yeah. I don't want to. Let's not talk about channel names, you guys. All right.
Yeah, democracy, I'm with you there too. Like, we'll be critical of Cashman when it's appropriate.
Oh yeah.
But we'll also give him credit when it's appropriate. It's got. I mean, at least in this way, the way we do things, it's got to go both ways. Gotta be fair about it. So,
Sunil's comment. Man, Sunil, yeah. I'm glad you have a lot of underwear there, Sunil. That's a lot of Taco Bell there for you, my friend. That is a lot of Taco Bell, sir.
Bruh.
Get the skivvies, man.
A lot of Chipotle.
Oh God! Did we talk about? Coach Carl wants to know. We talk about Brian Hoke's text.
What
text?
Let me look it up. Let me look it up here on Twitter. Brian Hoke.
Guys, give me 2 seconds. I just need to step away for a moment.
Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
I hear this one. Hearing there are no new developments at this time regarding Blake Snell and the Yankees. Stay tuned. Is that one you talking about, Carl?
Jason.
Yeah.
You see 19 comments. Sunil just went through a pair riding 6.6 miles.
God,
I got a spicy sauce for your boys, tandoori hot barbecue. Hey, I like tandoori, bro. I like tandoori there, Sunil.
Chicken tandoori. I like that salad. My two favorite chickens in Indian chicken.
And you've heard of Makhani?
I have.
Oh my God, Makhani is my go-to when it comes to Indian food.
I like the creamy tikka masala, the not spicy tikka masala.
Oh,
I'll take it. Past that colon, that stuff is like rocket fuel for me if it's spicy.
I'll take it spicy, bro. I love my spicy food.
Have you guys ever had biryani before?
Yes.
What is that?
Biryani?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a Middle Eastern rice dish that they put all vegetables and chicken and goat or whatever, like meat, protein in it. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of the Pakistani folks, Indian folks will.
There you go.
They share a lot of the same foods.
Is it curry based?
No, not that I know of.
So I won't be on the toilet bowl for 3 days if I eat it, or
no.
Reporting live from the bathroom.
Why are you filming a video in a toilet? Because my ass is on fire. What do you expect?
We're just like reporting shorts from the bathroom. Like, oops, wait, sorry guys, courtesy flush.
Hold on, I gotta flush the toilet. I gotta flush the toilet. Shoot it out of me. So,
we have way too much food sometimes.
Yeah, Yanks for life. Jonathan put out that already. It's 17 billion won, I think it's called, which is 12 million American dollars. So good for him, you know.
Yeah,
good for him.
You know what? He actually had a pretty decent career here in the MLB, man. He was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Burning Ring of Fire. Brad, you give me that type of food, definitely Burning Ring of Fire. Yeah.
Maz, all right. This Sunil said something to Maz.
There you go.
It's more of a
shawarma. Biryani is more from the Indian diaspora of cuisines, fairly predominant in South. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Sunil would know. I mean, Sunil's a source for that one. He would definitely know.
See, we got sources, man. Sunil's our source.
We got our sauces too. Don't forget that.
We got the source and the sauces.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, Mazin.
Just as a serious note for a second, I had thought about this. Well, on my way down to Key West for debt, and also, even before then, if the Yankees get Snell, and I mentioned this to you guys in the group chat, the Yankees get Snell. They have arguably the top 1 through 4 in baseball, because they would have Cole and Snell, the reigning American and National League Cy Young Award winners.
Yeah.
They'd have Rodon, and then they have Stroman, who's a bulldog.
Yep.
That to me right there is a very formidable 1 through 4.
Yep. That's it. I mean, that's probably the best 1 through 4 in baseball if that happens. It really is. Democracy Matters. Seeing Soto get struck out 3 times by Nestor yesterday. Yeah. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
One of the key tests that they were looking for was that the day after for Nestor Cortez, because they wanted to make sure that he felt good the day after this a hard pitching session, and he felt good today. So this is why I'd say the passing the key signs of progress. That was one of the key signs they were looking for today.
Also, Rodon has come into this spring training in much better shape than he's looked in God knows how long.
Yep. And he looks fit. He's already thrown 97, 98. So, and he's got some, he's clean shaven too. So he looks different. He's got different mojo. So, yeah, Jonathan, the bathroom will be busy. The break is you just hear in the background. Oh, sorry about that.
He's got the little spray in his hand.
Yeah. But it's true. That's a key test. Another key test was Giancarlo Stanton being able to move. So, and recover well too. The day after some of these sessions are important for these guys. The guys that are coming off injuries. And again, Rizzo's looking good. DJ's looking good. Nestor Cortez, that was a big test for him in the past. So, encouraging signs for the Yankees. I mean, it really is encouraging signs. And for those that haven't heard, earlier, the Giants, and I put out a short on this, the Giants' number 4 pitcher went down with a elbow. It's like soreness in his elbow. So they're shutting him down for a little bit. And maybe if it's worse, don't be surprised if the Giants get baited into overpaying for Blake Snell. So like I say,
you know who I could also see them getting though if they miss out on Snell?
Who?
Montgomery.
Yeah, they could get.
Why not? Why not?
I mean, Snell's a West Coast guy, and Montgomery's an East Coast guy. So, but you never know. You never know. But and I think this is Boris. He's waiting for teams to have some injuries, so they can be like, "Damn, I need to replace it." Boris has the guys.
Pull up Brad's comment.
Brad, where's Brad at?
He said NFE is softer than marshmallows. That's why he kicks rocks to harden them up.
Oh, trust me, Brad. If you saw my kicks, just saying. And my coaches will tell you.
I wouldn't want to get kicked by NFE. So.
I wouldn't want to be kicked by freaking Jason. I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you.
I showed NFE a couple of videos of me doing spinning kicks and all that stuff back in the day. That's fun. Fun stuff. Very fun stuff, man. That's and then it's how about Harper? Yeah, well, this is a Scott Boras thing. Like Boras is trying to push for a lifetime extension for Scott Boras. I mean, for Harper's. Oh, he only has 8 years left on his contract, so Scott Boras is pushing for more years.
They're trying to get Bryce Harper to be another Bobby Bonilla. Yeah.
I want you to sign my guy until he's 53. Like, come on. What the fuck? Like, 8 years left on his deal just didn't make any sense to me. Asking for years. Like, what? For what? For what? No. You know what I mean? And Bronx, I mean, the reporting, the reporting has been all over the place. It
really has been.
Reporters ABC reporting this, and then reporters DEF are either countering it with other stuff, and
so who knows what to believe?
Yeah, and those are the ones that have more inside information than any content creator. Okay? It just is what it is.
Can you pull up Word Lifer's comment?
Bobby Williams, that's right. When is this contract? When is this contract over, Bobby Bonilla?
I want to say 2035 or something.
Jesus.
2035.
Yeah.
Another 11 years.
Yeah.
JJ, I'm not swapping out Stanton for Mike Trout. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, Trout is in the same kind of like past his prime.
Yeah.
Injured too much, unfortunately. I mean, I feel bad for the guy.
I want to speak on Trout for a minute too, if you don't mind, man, because I put out a video about Trout, and I could admire his loyalty to the Angels, but it's like I feel bad for him because all those years that he spent with the team along with Ohtani, you would have thought they would have had maybe 2 or 3 championships, but they just never built around them.
Yeah,
and it's sad actually. It's actually quite sad.
Yeah, I wish they added some pitchers to the Trout and Ohtani and even Rendon.
Yeah.
Like, it's turning out to be a bust, but would I be surprised if they brought in Snell? No, but if they want to make any type of noise, you got to bring in Snell and Bellinger, or Snell and Chapman. You got to bring in one of each. You want to make any type of noise to compete in your division. Otherwise, what are you guys doing? Thank you, Demarcus. Appreciate that.
So before I dip out, because I'm gonna dip out here in a second, did you guys see that YouTube video that I sent you guys of that kid Colton Hare, the 16-year-old kid or 15-year-old kid who's uncommitted?
Uncommitted.
It's so there's a channel called Youth Prospects, and it's about these kids who shows video of these kids who are like up there that can like throw 80s, 90s at 14, 15 years old, that are like legit candidates to be in the majors. If you guys get a chance, check that out. If you can't find it, I'll look for it and I'll send it to you again.
Cool.
But he's got a fastball that looks like it tops out at 94 with a devastating breaking ball.
Jeez.
And he paints corners like a professional would. And I'll send the video to you guys, but that's a name to look out for. Because I like to follow the high school kids as well, not just the majors. I've been talking with Dane about it. But yeah, there's him, and then there's another kid I'll send you guys a video of both of them so you guys can check it out. But they're both insanely talented, and they've got that. So that natural pop that when the ball hits the glove, it's like it's going. They both have that. So I'll send you both the videos of it tonight
I like, I
before
like
I
it,
go to bed. But
bro.
I'm gonna dip out because I got to work tomorrow. But Jason, thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Always well.
NFE, as usual, we'll talk. This Saturday we have our Pinstripe Express show, so tune in for
Cool.
that. But
Yeah.
thank you all.
Bro.
Please show Jason some love, and
She
thank you,
supports
Jason, again.
us too, man. Great channel.
I was
Great
gonna
channel.
say Ford Train is almost at 500 subscribers, so let's get him there, guys.
Yeah, we want to get Ford Train and the Strike Zone to 1,000. We want to get these guys to 1,000 in the near future. So let's show them some love. We thank you for it. We
Yeah,
really do.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
So,
Do your thing, brother. Have a great night, bro.
you too.
All right, man.
Peace.
Always. Democracy matters. I mean, I feel like this too. Like the humble thing. I mean, as martial arts guys, we're both martial arts practitioners and instructors. We keep the ego at home because you can get humbled pretty quickly, and you never know who's going to humble you.
Yeah.
So even as instructors, I'm experienced enough to know that I'm a student too still, as an instructor. You never know who you're going to learn from, and I'm okay with that. It's totally okay. Always be a student. Always be a student.
Yeah, I'll always be a student, no matter what rank I am. It really doesn't matter. And I do deal with some killers at my gym.
Yeah, same. Like
so
nice people. Nice people.
Yeah, super nice people.
Yeah,
super nice people. But these guys will kill you with their bare hands, which is even scarier.
Yeah, and and believe me, you walk down the street, I am the last person you're going to be intimidated looking at. So I'm not intimidated at all.
Yeah, and then I want to answer William Reap's question real quick. He's asking me something UFC related.
Sugar's gonna duck Merab.
William. I don't think Sugar's gonna duck Merab. And besides, Sugar has to fight Chito Vera first. He has to get through Chito Vera. He's got to defend his title against Chito Vera, aka Marlon Vera. So we'll see what happens with that. Marlon Vera fought him once already, and he beat him. He could beat him a second time too. And Marlon Vera is a good fighter, but I could see Sean O'Malley taking that fight, but he's not going to duck Merab. He'd be crazy to duck Merab. So I'll answer that question.
Taekwondo's a low impact game. I mean, I don't do Taekwondo, but it's definitely not low impact.
I would call it low impact.
Some of the hardest kicks you'll ever feel are Taekwondo kicks.
I trained with a guy at my gym who came from Taekwondo, and I held pads for him. My leg was bruised.
Yeah.
So don't Taekwondo might not be. It could be utilized, right? But there's other martial arts that are better for like MMA type, But I'm not taking anything away from Taekwondo. But those guys and gals can kick. Trust me.
Yeah, and the Muay Thai folks, people with that type of skill, and they tend to you'll see in MMA a lot of the folks kick low.
Yeah.
Drop the legs down. The higher you kick, somebody's got good hands. They can intercept your kick. You let the less power your kicks generate, the higher they get. Unless you can get somebody like Holly Holm style who can kick balls on from Street Fighter from like across the ring. She can kick you from like 9 feet away. So, but if you block those kicks, then you're in a better spot. But the last thing you want to do is get kicked in the freaking face. So,
dude, tell me about it.
And
19 Con-Man Jiu-Jitsu, both Jason and I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, we do, and and it's a great compliment to other stuff that I do, and it's the best submission art I know. So, it's a fantastic submission art. I mean, it really is. So, but yeah, I mean, today, to your point, two things. Quiet day with news today reporting. Yeah, we don't I think it's a combination of beat writers not having anything to talk about. I mean, keep in mind too, like last time, when they had a strike, was it 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
All free agent moves happened in 2 weeks because of the strike. So we were demolished with 2 weeks of insanity. Now it's spread out over 2 months. So it's like a drip, 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 drip. So it's a little bit of a difference. So it almost seems like a slow off season when it's to a degree it has been, but just the waiting game sometimes sucks.
Yeah.
Especially Yankee fans, especially when you keep hearing, they're looking to make another move, and we're all wondering what in the heck is that move? Like, what is that move? So we just don't know. I mean, I think we're all for most of us are of the opinion that it's probably going to be pitching, but I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
and as far as spring training goes, and what I've been seeing on what's been posted on X and Twitter, and what's been reported, and what people are saying, what the reporters are saying, and what the Yankees X page is posting, I'm loving the fact. It looks like everybody, all the players are in a good mood. Nestor's looking good out there. They were talking about how he struck out Soto 3 times. But to me, what that tells me is, okay, he's Nestor's looking like Nestor again, and
yeah.
Giancarlo is looking great. Soto is looking great. Garrett Cole is, coming around. Chase Hampton was apparently pitching today, and he's looking pretty damn good out there too. So,
and he's the only pitcher in the farm that draws comparisons to Garrett Cole. Will Warren's the closest to the major leagues. Chase Hampton is the highest ceiling. Mm-hmm. So even though he's in Double-A, he's a little bit behind Hampton and Beater. Mm-hmm. He still has the highest ceiling in both of them. So, but reason to be excited. I mean, like, what do you think of Judge's conference? I think it was a good conference. It kind of leaked that the Yankees were working on something, but I don't know what that is. He's friends with Snell, so maybe he was trying to hint that, but I don't know. No idea. But it's food for thought. It's going to make us all think, and we're going to be talking about it for days until something actually happens.
Yeah, so, my thing with Judge's press conference was this. He handled that. He's doing a lot better talking to the reporters. Some people feel like Judge was a little too robotic, but I think it was just him trying to get used to talking to reporters, and that's that comes with experience and maturity and all that. And I think he's kind of feeling more comfortable being the captain. I think he's honing down, and this past offseason I think was quite the lesson for him and the rest of the team, and especially for him because Hal gave him the opportunity, gave him the floor to be like, okay, like, tell me what you think, like let's talk. And I think that was a good opportunity. And I think ever since, this is my speculation, I'm not saying this is true, I think ever since he had that sit down with Hal, I think he's feeling a lot more confident with himself being a captain and trying to carry this team, trying to be the example and be the role model for these guys.
It looks like he has a bigger voice, and his voice matters. His voice is important.
Yeah, right? He felt more confident in that press conference. Like you felt it. Like, I'm just like, this guy really he feels really good about speaking.
Yeah.
Everything that was coming out of his mouth, he was like he felt good saying it. He felt confident saying it.
100%. Now, JJ's question: who's to blame for disrespect to Snell? What disrespect to Snell?
What disrespect, man? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
because what? No team wants to offer him $270 million for 9 years. I'm not offering him $270 million for 9 years. Not for a 31-year-old.
No.
Maybe if he was 25, as I've said a million times, if he was 25 years old, hey, we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't want him till he's 40. I'm sorry, but I don't like.
The Yankees are on 2 offers, so they're not even in that disrespect party.
Yeah,
really worried about it.
JJ, even if the Yankees did make only one offer, what other team has made an offer? Can you tell me?
Yeah, nobody.
No team made an offer.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't know if there's a blame here, but I do think Boris has misread the market for some of his clients. But again, it's his job to shoot for the moon and hopefully land in the clouds. So can't blame him for that. That's his job.
Right.
That's why players go with him. And doesn't always work. And this is probably the one-off season that's most evident that it's not working, because he has like 5 clients that are still unsigned, all big names. So It just is what it is. Maybe teams are fed up with him. Maybe teams don't have the resources that he wants them to come up with. It's a combination of things. But again, you've got to ask the teams that, But the teams are not going to say, like, now I hear a 5-year, $135 million. Who are you hearing that from, JJ? Who are you hearing that from? So, I mean, as far as we know, the Yankees have the only offer out for Snell. So,
yeah, and as far as okay, the chats are saying 135 for $5 million. I mean, okay,
that's fine.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know who. I don't know. I haven't heard any reporter say anything about
we
that.
haven't even gotten a confirmation of the short-term offer that they offered with higher AV. We don't even know what the hell that is. So we just heard the reporting. Bob Nightingale said that it was at least per.
Cadzilla posted that. I think he said, hearing that there is currently 3 sticking points in negotiations that need to be worked out between Yankees and reigning NL Cy Young Blake Snell before a deal can be consummated. Okay.
What are the 3 sticking points, Cadzilla?
Yeah, where did you hear that from?
Yeah,
that comment must have flew by because whenever.
Yeah, that's interesting. I want to look that up too. If you can give us any insight on it.
So, okay, number 1, he says, go ahead. You can pull it up.
How do you manipulate the
2024 to tax penalties? Yeah, how do
you give them a signing bonus and a lower salary?
Which is why deferrals are being discussed. Who's Barry Mandering?
Who the hell's Barry Mandering?
Yeah, and then 2, the New York Yankees want 3 guaranteed years of Snell due to loss of IFA money and 2 draft picks. New York not open to deal that would allow Snell to re-enter free agency.
No, I wouldn't do it for 1 year either. I wouldn't give up all that for 1 year. No way. I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, and Bryce is saying over here, don't listen to that guy that said that he was trolling. I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just, well, okay, folks. So there you go. There's your false reports that people reporting. All right. There's your sources because Jason's not reporting that. I'm not reporting that. Mazza isn't either. So
Snell would like either $100 million guaranteed over the first 3 years of the deal or $30 million over AAV over the entirety of the deal. Okay. All from 4 years, $120, and say take it or leave it. And that's why I want to give Jordan Montgomery a similar 4-year offer too at the same length. Say, look, because Jordan Montgomery doesn't come with the draft picks. He doesn't come with the international money because he was traded at the deadline. He's not eligible for a QO, so he doesn't have all these other things tied to him, and his contract would not be as expensive as Snell's.
Yeah, and Boris, man, yeah, he did. He did misread the market. Look,
yeah,
I do the look. Here's the thing where I give Scott Boras credit. He will go to work for his clients and get the most money he can. I give credit where credit is due. You could love the man, you could hate the man, but he will fight tooth and nail for his people and get the most money he can. There's a reason why so many people want it, why so many players like him as an agent.
That's why he's the best in the game.
Why he's the best in the game. Exactly. I'm not, again, do I find it annoying with some of the things he does? Absolutely. But you know what? He gets the job done. But with his current clients that he has right now that are not signed yet, he's doing his people a disservice.
Yeah. And then to Bryce's point too here, if the Yankees don't sign him by Saturday, it's over and they have to move on. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for these guys to ramp up. And again, if I have to choose between Montgomery and Snell at this point, I'm going to go with Montgomery because he's already tied. He has Yankees connections, and it's going to cost less, and he's not tied to those other things that Snell is tied to. It's not to take anything away from Snell, but Snell does have a QO, and QO makes it more difficult to sign players. So because of all these other things that are attached to it. Now, factor in that the Yankees are also over the Cohen threshold. They're paying double for whatever they pay, whoever they sign. So you got to take that into consideration too. And I said this too. Blake Snell's, he's shown to be an ace during the season. Jordan Montgomery's now showed that he can be an ace in the postseason.
Right.
And do the Yankees have enough to get to the postseason without either one of them right now? Yes. You add Montgomery to that, okay, and you add that ace type of stuff in the postseason, I think it gives the Yankees an edge in the postseason. So if I had to choose between the two, I'm going with Montgomery. That's no disrespect to Snell. They get Snell, they get Snell. But I don't want anything that's going to hurt our ability to sign the other international free agents that they're already tied to over the next 2 years. They're tied to the number one of each year. So I don't want to hurt that ability to do that.
Yeah, and to me, Monty was, let's just say if the Yankees did re-sign him, like let's just say that news broke out.
Yeah.
I see Monty at best. I mean, I put him as a number 3 starter.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Because he's not a number to me. He's not a number 1 or a number 2. I would put him at a number 3. I mean, we have our number 2 guy right now, so
yeah.
Man, I feel good about Rodon personally. I think.
So do I.
I think he's gonna pitch very well this season. I think this will be his revenge year.
And I'm gonna pull up Monty's stats right now too.
Yeah, go for it, man. And I know a lot of folks were upset when Monty got traded, but here's the thing. I do want to say this. Like they needed 2 years ago, they needed a bat desperately. Yeah, they traded for Harrison Bader. Now, did I think that Harrison Bader was going to be the savior? No, but
he did carry the postseason.
He did bring an energy to that team, and he did carry that team in a way. So
best defensive center fielder in baseball.
Yeah, he was great on the field, and I'll tell you what, when he was getting, if he was able to get going offensively, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, and did we think Montgomery would turn out to be a postseason warrior like he is now? No, we didn't think that, but it happened. So it is what it is. It's no point going back now and being upset about it. But look, here's Montgomery's stats. He's first of all, he's got a career 3.31 ERA.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's see here. Let me pull up his. He was through 2017, 2018 with the Yankees. He averaged 11-7, 3.84 ERA, 182 innings pitched, 167 strikeouts. So his durability is not really in question here. Last year with St. Louis and Texas, he was 10-11 with a 3.20 ERA, 188 innings pitched, 166 strikeouts. So again, a portrait of durability. So, has he had injuries before? Yeah. But again, he's a mid-3 career ERA guy. So he represents exactly what the Yankees would need in the rotation. Because there's no one else out there that's going to give him a 2-something ERA like Cole. So, and again, I would take Montgomery's consistency if he's willing to come here. I'll take Montgomery's consistency every 5 days. Sign me up. Sign me up. So, and I wouldn't say that, King Solomon. Not Snell, not even close. I wouldn't say that. Snell got his Cy Young award this past year, but look at the 4 years in between his 2 Cy Young awards. Very subpar. So, going by last year, Monty, sure. But I'll take the portrait of consistency with Monty over Snell at this point, at the cost too. Yeah. Plus, he doesn't come with all those other things that Snell comes with. So,
and I wouldn't be opposed. Like if the Yankees made it official and they signed Snell, I wouldn't be upset.
No, they signed Snell. Yeah. They got better.
Exactly. And then I guess the question then is like, if they were to sign Snell, it's like, do they roll with a 6-man rotation?
Yeah, that's a good question too. I don't know. So, Snell is top 5. Yeah, well, who's number 1? Garrett Cole. So, we already have that. Now we got Rodon and we got Monty too. I mean, got Rodon too. So, like I said, King Solomon, if you get Snell, they get Snell. If they get Monty, I'm just as happy. So, adding one of them is fine by me.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But Yeah, like I said, we don't know what's happening with the whole Snell thing. I mean, for all we know, the Yankees were the only team to make an offer.
Mm-hmm.
Judge made it sound like the Yankees aren't done yet, and Brian
Mm-hmm.
Cashman even said the pencils aren't down.
Mm-hmm.
So until Cashman comes out and says, "Okay, we're going to roll with what we have," I still think they're in play for whoever that may be. I don't know.
I think the only team that said we're not making any additions at this point anymore were the Texas Rangers.
Well, the Texas Rangers made it. Yeah, they made it clear that they weren't adding players and they weren't going to spend any more money. But that's because of that the
Yeah.
TV deal, right?
Yeah.
So, so clearly Monty's not going to go back to Texas. Now, I could see the Orioles making a run for Monty. I mean, they're under new ownership. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it'll happen. It's a possibility. I know the Red Sox have been mentioned, but the Red Sox are not trying to spend. They're not trying to spend money either.
What's crazy? Jonathan Papelbon was just on foul territory, and he was saying like, "This is the guy the Red Sox need to sign right now, Jordan Montgomery." He's pushing hard for Monty Papelbon, and
Yeah.
I don't know if their philosophy's changed, and now that they brought in Theo Epstein as a part owner, maybe they're going to change their ways and spend. But I could see them going to Philly too.
Oh, the Phillies, absolutely. That's a dark horse team right there, man. And I forget if it was Clappish or Nightingale that mentioned it.
Yeah,
but it made perfect sense because imagine having that rotation of Nola, Wheeler, and Monty.
oh boy.
Oh, that would be a nightmare rotation to deal with, and that they would be a threat to the Braves.
And Taiwan Walker.
And Taiwan Walker, yeah, man. Those four, forget it. It's like,
yep, con man. The Texas deal with TV, the TV deal is only for 1 year though, so
right.
I think they're
Yeah,
keeping that one in mind. They only got re-upped for the year, nothing beyond that.
Yeah, and Conman did, and the Texas. I don't know if it was the owner or the general manager. He already said that they're not going to spend any more money trying to acquire players.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Wheeler's a potential free agent after 2024. JJ.
Yeah.
But they're already in the extension talks with him, Phillies.
Yep.
So I would imagine they're going to get that done. He's the ace on that team. So. And they re-up with Nola. I mean, it just makes sense to keep Nola and Wheeler there. Keep that rotation groove going. What's up, Nathan?
Hey, what's going on, Nathan? How you doing, man?
It's good, brother. Yeah, they're working on extending him. Yeah. And again, at the end of the day, if Snell doesn't come to the Yankees, I'm not losing any sleep over it. So, I mean.
I think I saw Grace Monroe in the chat.
Hey, Grace.
Grace Monroe. Hello.
How are you, Grace?
How you doing?
Right. I want Monty far. Why is that, King Solomon? Why do you want him far away from the Yankees? Cease more likely than Snell. Not unless his asking price goes down, Antonio. You got to get off.
Yeah, Grace Monroe. I see her in Hector's chats a lot too. So, yeah.
Welcome, Grace. Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah. Grace is cool. I like Grace.
Welcome, Grace.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Rather throw the checkbook at Burns over Wheeler because I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. We'll see if what do you call it? Burns makes it to free agency. I don't know. I think the Orioles are probably going to try their best to prevent them from going to free agency.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think Corbin Burns, if you ask me, I think he wants to test the free agent market.
Yeah.
Because he knows some team is going to pick him up, and he's another Boris client, isn't he?
Burns is a Boris client. Yeah.
Burns, yeah, I'm talking about Burns. So I think he will test the market. I really do, because some team is going to pay for him, and rightfully so.
He get a bidding war going on.
Yeah.
JJ, I don't think he's selfish. I mean, I don't know why they're asking him. He hasn't even played a game as a Yankee yet, and they were asking about extensions. So like, I haven't even given him a chance to get accustomed to being with the team and so on and so forth. Like, he just wants to focus on, in my opinion, he wants to focus on getting, building a relationship with his teammates, getting into the groove here and stuff like that. It doesn't really make much sense to extend the.
Yeah, and and the thing is, he never ruled out an extension. That's the crazy thing. He never said, I'm not. It's just something that, if it's going to get talked about, he just says, go talk to my agent.
Yep.
He's just there to play the game and help this team win.
That's it.
Yeah.
Still might go to San Francisco. There's a chance. I mean, their number 4 starter, I mentioned this earlier, number 4 starter went down with an elbow problem today. Mm-hmm. So maybe the Giants will bite in a desperation move. I don't know. I guess they're going to wait and see what the prognosis is going to be for this pitcher.
Well, and also speaking of pitchers, like Senga, right? He might be tested. He's hurt.
Dead arm.
With a dead arm, can you see Steve Cohen maybe making a push?
Yeah. For Senga, who else do they have pitching there?
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, they lost Verlander, they lost Scherzer.
Right.
They're both gone. So I can't even think of who else is pitching for the Mets.
Yeah. I mean, again, Thomas, all these GMs in chat. I'm not a GM.
Me, mine.
I just have a wish list, man. That's all.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the Yankee fan base is probably one of the more knowledgeable fan bases. We're dialed into everything that they do.
Yeah.
Everything that they say and everything they do. So it's going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to find a more knowledgeable and opinionated fan base than the Yankees. So, and again, we like to get into them and play mock GM. Yeah. Because we want our team to be good.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what we want at the end of the day, man. It's just, we want this team to just go out and kick some butt and do well. Every fan is going to have their opinion on how the Yankees should approach what direction that they should take. But at the end of the day, Cashman and company, they're gonna do what they think is right. So, love it or hate it, as far as Brian Cashman goes, because I know he still doesn't have a lot of fans, but
he gets a lot of venom from people.
Yeah, so and I've said this time and time again. I don't always agree with Cashman. I don't, but I don't go out of my way to bash the man.
Well, same thing here. And when I give him credit when it's due, and then people maybe they haven't heard me criticize him for things because I have. But when I give him credit, it's almost like I get accused of being a Cashman fanboy or defending him all the time. Not really.
Yeah, I don't always agree with every single one of his decisions. Has he made some bad decisions? Absolutely, he has. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's been times where I've criticized him, but what I don't do is, like on my live streams, now that I've been doing live streams, I'm not going to start off my live streams bashing Cashman. I'm not going to spend the whole 2 hours bashing Brian Cashman because it's like,
what value does it bring? What value does it bring?
It brings absolutely nothing.
None. So like,
it's a waste of time. It's a huge waste of time. It's like once in a while, it's like if you're unhappy, fine. But it's like if it's every single day, it's like, okay, I gotta go.
We can have event night, bitch fest, whatever you want to call it. Like do that too. We've done that plenty of times, but like at a certain point, it's I want the fans to have something to look forward to too.
Yeah, and Yanks for life. I mean, Judge hinted. He may have hinted something, but we don't know if it's Blake Snell.
He didn't mention Snell though. He just something.
He just said, yeah, they could be working on something with it, and he had a smile on his face, but yeah.
What if Snell defers money to get? I mean, if he defers money, then
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. We're all kind of waiting to see when this is actually going to break. And again, like Cashman does not leak anything pretty much ever.
No.
So it might. I don't know.
That was the other thing that always cracked me up about people who talk about Cashman was like, oh, well, Cashman's not saying anything and he's not saying like, what GM is going to come out and say that they're going to do this move or that move?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not going to mention specific names that they're going to go after. I mean, the Juan Soto thing was obvious, right? The Juan Soto thing was obvious. That's been known. But Verdugo was talked about, but we didn't. I mean, I didn't think they were going to trade for Verdugo.
I knew neither.
I mean,
yeah. Your sources confirm that the Blake Snell signed with the Yankees.
Your sources? Who are your sources, man?
Being funny here, Kenzel being funny.
Probably.
Marty Mush. The Yankees add their rotation, make them a World Series favorite. We'll see about that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have dinner at Brian Cashman's house, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some things.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be awesome though, man, because I'm going live tomorrow morning. What would be awesome is if some like crazy news broke out while I was streaming.
God.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Would be awesome. Would be incredible. What time are you going live?
10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, and we'll wrap this up in a second too, so you guys and gals can go. Hit that like button on the way out if you don't mind. I want to try to get as close to 200 likes as we can. I have no idea how many likes we have here.
I'll check for you right now. Hold on.
I can't see it. So
no, because you're streaming from
different.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. I hear. All right, let's see.
139. Jonathan saying. All right, that's cool.
I see 140 on my end.
140.
All right, now we're going 143.
Let's try it again. We have 7 more to get to 150, gang. I would love you forever. I would thank you so much. It's the Yamamoto saga. And this is the thing. So many beat writers and so many folks were hyping Yamamoto like so much, right? And they made it seem, and I said this much times, they made it feel like if you didn't get Soto and Yamamoto, it was the end of the world. It was a failure of an offseason. And I couldn't disagree more.
Yeah.
I don't care if they with the Dodgers. I can care less.
Yeah, here's the thing, man, and you all heard me say this a million times. I've said it on Hector's open panels. It's like getting the big shiny names, getting the big shiny toys does not always guarantee a World Series. It does not.
It guarantees a higher payroll.
It guarantees a higher payroll. It definitely gives you a better chance of being better in the regular season, sure. But the Braves had the best record in all of baseball. Well, what happened?
Yep.
The Padres, they had the best record in all of, or not, they had not the best record, but they had some amazing stars on their team. And look at what happened. So, the Yankees this offseason made a lot of good moves and added a lot of depth. They're so deep this year, man. It's like not even funny.
Yeah. It's just, look, the Dodgers, what they did, the Dodgers did what they needed to do for the Dodgers. Yankees did what they needed to do for the Yankees. So I'll give them both all the credit in the world.
Yeah. And Sharif, I want to answer your question here. Whoever they sign at this point, they're paying double.
Yeah.
Whether it's Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery or any other player that's a free agent.
Like Clevenger. Yeah.
Or Clevenger, it doesn't matter who it is. They're paying double. So Yep.
And JJ, I would agree with that. Last year's biggest letdown was the Braves. Yeah. I agree.
They were a letdown.
They were one of the the favorite for the World Series. So it's unfortunate it didn't happen. But that's the reality of baseball. Teams get hot, teams get cold at the wrong time.
Yeah, you're at 154 likes there, Jason.
I appreciate you all, gang. You're the best.
Yeah.
Thank you. But that's what we have for you tonight. So the Yankees, they passed some signs of progress, encouraging signs. This is a healthy Yankee team. It's a happy Yankee team. So I'll take these steps, these little milestones. And in the meantime, Nafi and I are going to be dialed in, and we're going to be ready to report anything that comes out, whenever that comes out, no matter what it is. So,
I know I'm up early hours in the morning, man, and I'm already checking, and when I put out these YouTube shorts, they're early in the morning for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Heck yeah, man. Exactly, Hayden. That's what makes baseball exciting to watch. Yeah. Believe me, I can't wait to put out stuff, especially in NFE and I and Mazda too. We like to wait for it to be corroborated by multiple sources. Like if Jack Curry corroborates it, if Jeff Passan corroborates it, we wait for a couple instead of just seeing the breaking news. We want to make sure that other people are putting out the same breaking news. So, did the Yankees get not yet, not yet, McMahon? As far as I know, jerseys.
I haven't heard anything.
The only change they made this year was they changed their away uniforms to the old school away uniforms. So they got rid of like the black and white lining design and stuff like that. It looks like the old ones that they used to wear in the 50s and 60s. So that's pretty cool. Vintage uniforms.
Yeah, retired war vet. Don't even worry about it, man. I do appreciate your support. Thank you for that. Maybe on the next live stream that I do, so as far as my live streams go, my game plan is to go Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whenever you're able to jump on Retired War Vet, please do, sir.
Love having you on this one too, bro. Love having you on this one too, War Vet.
Yeah, we love having you on all the channels, man. So when you're not around, it's like we're at least I wonder. I know Jason, I'm sure, wonders, like, making sure you're doing all right, man. Because we just we want everybody to be healthy, doing well, man. So
we care about our people.
Yeah, I care about people in this baseball community and just the people around me, here. So I look out for those that I need to look out for.
Same. But we want to, Yankees fan. That's right, Grace Monroe.
That's right, Grace Monroe, Yankees fam. You already know.
Yeah, and Jonathan always tries to join up. We love Jonathan bringing his insight too, and we always thank him as well. So
yeah, for sure, Jonathan. You're appreciated, man.
He's probably busy tonight, JJ.
Oh, Joel. Yeah, he jumped on my live stream a couple of days ago, man. I had Joey from the shift jump on with me, and then Tats joined me too.
Nice.
So it was awesome, dude. I love, I from now on, because Joel calls Joey Toucans because of those two cokes he put on his head. Yeah. That was freaking hilarious. And I call him I'm gonna call for me, he's passionate, Joe.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, he's full of energy, full of passion. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it just brings an infectious energy, and his passion that he brings for it is just, it's a joy to see, a joy to watch.
Yep. And William Reap, I'm going live 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, man.
10 a.m. East Coast time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We support our people, JJ, no doubt.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you all for coming on. Really, peace and love to all he is, and we appreciate you all. And make sure you support NFE's channel, The Strike Zone, if you haven't done that yet. Your support's greatly appreciated. And the one where recaps the Snell stuff feels like the Juan Soto stuff did right before it happened. Yeah, it does. It kind of does. I mean, we're getting like little. Excuse me, I got bad allergies tonight, man. It kind of feels like that too. Getting drips and drabs of this stuff. But it's also a different situation too. They absolutely needed Juan Soto. I mean, if they were to do one move this offseason, it had to be Juan Soto, and they did that.
And I want to answer FL Diver's question here. So yes, Gracie style, jiu-jitsu. My gym, the guy who originally opened it up, his name was Master Mauricio Zingano. He was a Brazilian native. Came to this country at 16. He was enrolled at a jiu-jitsu school so he could connect with like other kids because he was new to the country. And he knew he wanted to do jiu-jitsu for the rest of his life. Like he wanted to make that his career. And there are pictures of him at my gym with a picture of him and Elio Gracie and Hoyce.
Nice.
Yeah, so he got to train at the Gracie Academy, and this was I saw a video of him as a blue belt, mind you, when all these people used to visit the Gracies to say we could beat these guys when the Gracies were open challenging everybody.
Yeah.
And here Master Zingano whooping everybody's ass as a blue belt. And before his passing away, which rest in peace to the man. I never got to meet him, unfortunately. But it was 7 months after his passing when I joined. But he was a 3rd degree black belt. And Jason, I'll have to send you a video of him, of him doing some MMA stuff. Freaking guy was a killer.
Nice.
Absolute murderer. And 3rd degree black belt, dude, I'm not messing with you. Nope. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
These guys are legit, man. You know, I had an opportunity to roll with Henzo a while back, and training at the Henzo school, and there was no more difficult role I've ever had in my life. It was
was this in NYC?
Yeah, Manhattan.
Okay, yeah, because I know they got a school out there with Henzo Gracie.
Yep. And that's what I heard. Like, you know, when they used to talk about even Hickson, like even Hoist was saying that, and Henzo, like, we were good, but Hickson would toy with us.
Yeah.
He would just toss around Hoist, toss around. None of these guys could touch Hickson. None of them.
Yeah, Hickson's just on a different level, man.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and then you know they got their one Gracie dude. I don't know. I can't believe I forgot his name, but he's got his place in California. He made an appearance on Shark Tank.
Oh yeah. Well, that's Henner and
Henner. Thank you.
Henner and Hiron.
Henner and Hiron. Yeah, Henner was the guy I was thinking of.
The 2 brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, Henner's a beast.
He is, man. I think he's a Victon now. I think they're both Victons.
Henner Gracie?
Henner and Hiron, I think 4th or 5th.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can.
JJ most with the Juan Soto live, I think I might have gotten like 150 subs that night. JJ, that was a crazy night. That was an exciting night.
Yeah, Jason, he's a 5th degree.
5th, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
Hoist is a 7th. And he only wears the blue, but he wears a tan blue belt, a faded blue belt.
Yeah.
And I think who else? Henzo's a 7th. Hickson's a 9th.
Yeah.
He's a 9th degree red belt, but he still hasn't worn his red belt. They gave it to him, but he wanted to fill up his tenure, but based on the amount of years, they gave it to him early, and he refused to wear the red belt until he fit this tenure, this timeline of how long he should be teaching it and so on and so forth before we put it on. So he's still wearing his core. I think the core belt still.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That red belt though, that is years and years of dedication.
That's like 50 or 60 years. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm like,
that's insane.
Yeah. And these guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, all due respect and love to those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
JJ, if the snow breaks, if I get up in the morning at 3:00 in the morning, take a dump or whatever, and I see the Snell news breaking, I will go live.
Yeah, if I'm wiping my butt and Snell signs, I'm reporting it. Just playing.
I'll come right down. I'm gonna come right down. You got that right. I'm gonna clean the cornhole and come right down. It's true. Yeah. I will go live. Yeah. I mean, if I'm around and I can go live, JJ,
yeah,
I will go live. No doubt about it, because people are gonna know. They're gonna need to know. And
Antonio, 3 I think 6 p.m. is more likely than 3 a.m.
You're probably right, Antonio.
Yeah, no doubt. Right.
But you never know. Just never know. So okay.
Grace is laughing.
Diver JC, my primary art is Hapkido. Yes.
Yeah.
Hapkido is the one I've been doing it for. I have a 4th.
And I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and I'll go to I go to a boxing gym, and I get one-on-one training with a private with a coach there, and I do partake with the fight team over there too.
Nice.
And those guys, you want to talk about punches? Holy smokes!
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those guys can punch like crazy. And
Dev, we love you, Dev.
yeah, thanks, Dev. Yeah, you're the man, bro. We love you.
Speaking
Hey,
of
Joe, we were wondering where you were.
Tom Hagen's in the house.
Yeah. And then, I trained MMA too. So, we got two people at my gym right now that are going to make their MMA debut here in about a month. And I am extremely excited. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I get an insignificant fact of the day for you, Diver JC. Wesley Snipes, I think he's a 5th dan in Taekwondo, Tung Sudo, and he's a black belt in Hapkido. Do you remember the movie Cobra with Stallone? The guy that played the Night Slasher that he fights, he's a black belt in Hapkido in real life. Brian Thompson. Yep.
Yeah, JJ. Yeah, my back was kind of killing me, but I went to my chiropractor and he fixed me up. I feel a lot better. I mean, I still experience soreness, but not like what it was. Not like what it was, but
sometimes you just got to get cracked up a little bit,
Yeah, and that was my first time going to my chiropractor in over 4 years. Let's keep that in mind too.
Yeah, man.
I do a pretty good
sometimes.
Huh?
Sometimes you just got to get back in alignment.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And he definitely aligned me, and he was just like, "You are tight." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah,
yeah." They're good, man. They are really good. Take low dose aspirin. I take baby aspirin every day, JJ. So yeah, it keeps the blood. So it essentially acts like a blood thinner. It keeps it circulating properly.
Yeah, I only take over the counter if I absolutely have to. I try not to.
Yeah, same.
Overdo it, and with stuff like that, with painkillers, man. I've just know that's a dangerous game right there.
Yeah, I'm not getting into Vicodin and all that stuff.
No, hell no. Because some people will develop a pill addiction, and I try to lead a clean, healthy lifestyle with, once in a while where I indulge.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to indulge in something. It's going to be chocolate.
Oh, bro, sweets, I'm all over it. You give me sweets, you show me some sweets, I'm like, fine. Let's just do this right now.
Warvet's got to take 22 pills.
Yeah, Warvet. I mean, I understand why though, man. I mean, I get it. I get it. Everybody's situation is a little different. So, I understand your situation, and and I'm not bashing on those that have to take medication. I totally understand. I totally understand. So, I'm just talking about like aspirin or whatever. So, or just other thinking. So
sometimes you need stuff to help the body function properly. So that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If the doctor's prescribing it, fine.
Yeah.
If that's going to help you stay healthy, Warvet, do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah. You do what you got. You do what you got to do, Warvet. Yeah, we do understand, man.
Yeah,
you do what you got to do.
No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. But I'm going to let you guys go. I want to thank you so much for coming on. We're almost going on 2 hours here. So the Y strap. Yeah, I've heard the Y strap, Godzilla. But yeah, peace and love to all of yous. And we appreciate you. And again, be on the lookout for news. Because when it happens, we'll be putting it out. So have a great night, all of you. And Consul Yeti, it's good to see you, man. It really is good to see you. Warvet, always a pleasure too. All of you. We love all you. We love all of you.
Going live tomorrow there, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're able to jump on, join me. Let's talk.
Yes,
there's a lot to talk about.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's going to be a lot more to talk about, too, each day. So just getting warmed up. The baseball season is here. Yankee baseball is here. It's party time now until October.
Let's go.
Let's go. Have a great night, everybody. Talk to you next time.
Thank you guys. Thanks.